I get to play Final Fantasy again! Let's go! Let's wait until the deafening sound goes away. Hello! I am back from the Portland Regionals. I am tired as all hell. And I get to play Final Fantasy again. So that's all I care about. I mean, I care about more things. But it's fine. At the regional, I went 5-4. Technically, my goal was to get 4 wins. And what happened was I got 3 wins. I was 3-3. And then over my next, the last 3 games of the tournament, for me, because I didn't make day 2, obviously, was a forfeit win. My opponent literally walked up to the table and was like, I'm forfeiting, goodbye, because he just didn't want to play anymore. Okay, so I'm 4-3, but it doesn't feel like it. A loss, and honestly, my quickest loss of the tournament. So I'm 4-4, and it's like, okay, fine. Technically, I've hit my goal, but like one more game. Let's see if I can get 5-4 legitimately. And then my last opponent just didn't show up, so I got a forfeit win by disqualification. So technically I went 5-4. And I'm real mad about it, but I get to not worry about that right now. We have a little bit to do before we technically start Shadowbringers, because I realized I never actually... What was I doing? Oh god, have I not played since the Extremes? No. Fuck, I don't remember the last time I played, but we technically have some stuff to do. Because we need to finish up the Gunbreaker job quests. Finish up the Finish up the Gunbreaker job quests. Start Shadowbringers. It's the only plan for tonight. I haven't actually opened up a new page in my notes yet, because we're not worrying about that yet, because first, I'm going to relax a little bit. I'm going to not teleport to Limsa because I'm a cheap bastard, and I can take the ferry for like 1/5 of the price. And yeah, that's it. I'm excited to get back into Final Fantasy, though I admit to being worried about being a little bit rusty. I'm excited to be back, though. Literally the entire time. Nothing more relaxing than a note chart. Don't worry about it. Also, hey, big bro. Where am I going? Up there. That's the inn, I think. Which, I guess the fastest way would probably be... This would be faster, right? No, it's on the first floor. It would show me the... Okay. Yeah. Oh, no! Yes. I'm very excited to get to play Final Fantasy again without feeling like, oh, I need to be preparing for the regional. Honestly, like, I played really well. I played better than I did last time. I didn't play well. I'm not going to go into the whole round by round breakdown. Of course, I took notes on each round. You know, I could have done better. I think that if I had played the 2 rounds where my opponents just didn't show up, not easily, but I could have gone 4-5. I don't think I would have gone 5-4. I don't think I would have won both of them. But I think winning one of them, or at least if I had lost the first one, I wouldn't have fought my round 8 opponent, which was, again, my most devastating loss. It was over super quickly. So it would have given me better chances. But yeah. Right now, Final Fantasy 14. Oh god, I forgot I tried to voice act these things. I really gave up on that, didn't I? Oh god. Yar! Yar! You'll be pleased to... He's not a pirate. I just was in a piratey mood. You'll be pleased to hear that the Yellow Jackets have offered us an assignment. After taking on more than we bargained for with our previous clients, we're hoping this one will turn out to be relatively straightforward. We haven't heard what it entails yet, but I'll bet it's something important. A man called Futag Yafutag has arranged to meet us in Bulwark Hall. Let's go and see what he wants. It's probably something nice, light and easy. That feels different, but whatever. Downstairs. I think. I'm like 80% confident this time. I said that last time, and I was wrong. But it's probably over here. Honestly, I was thinking about doing these quests off stream because they weren't that interesting, but I just wanted to start streaming. I was being kind of lazy about it. Honestly, I should have started streaming earlier, but I had a very lazy day after getting back from the regional. Thank you for coming on set at such short notice. Time is of the essence, so I'll be brief. We want you to protect Goldwheat, who was until recently leader of the Flaming Mongols. They were once a gang of raiders, but eventually settled in Limsa to extort and rob their way to a position of considerable influence in the criminal underworld. That all ended with Fucking Christ. That all ended with Goldwheat's turned himself in. No one saw it coming, not even the other Flaming Mongols. He's due to give testimony in exchange for a reduced sentence. And not just about the crimes he committed himself, either. All of the gangs he's had dealings with have ample reasons to silence him before he spills his secrets. He's currently being held in the Morby dry docks. Your job is to see that he reaches Limsa in one piece. So, you want us to act as bodyguards to a criminal? I don't like the sound of that. We'd be protecting the information that's in his head, which could be used to bring countless other lawbreakers to justice. Sounds like a worthwhile cause to me. It is. And before you ask why we're hiring outsiders, it's to avoid attention. If I pull too many Yellow Jackets from their posts, the gangs will figure out what's going on. Better to give the impression that it's business as usual while using professionals like you to escort him in secret. We still need to secure the route, so I'll go on ahead and see to the preparations. Come and find me at the dry docks when you're ready. Oh boy. I can protect. This is literally my job as a tank, although I don't remember any of my buttons, so I hope this isn't that hard. Before we begin, we should figure out more about this Goldwheat. Well, it's important to place our trust in the client. I don't want to repeat the mistake we made last time. Okay, just walk straight through me, that's fine. Isn't this kind of drawing attention to ourselves, though? This feels like a mistake. Like, I get it, but in this situation, we are, like, working with the Yellow Jackets to bring a criminal to justice. Asking questions and being like, we're talking about Goldwheats, seems like a good way to get ourselves caught. Oh yes, everyone's heard of the Flaming Mongols. The modus operandi is to offer loans, increase the interest to the extent that the mark has no hope of ever paying it back, and then forcing the poor soul to obey their every whim. Wait, you're a tank? Did you respec? No! In Final Fantasy XIV, your character can be literally every class. And I'm playing as the tank for Shadowbringers. I'm playing as a tank. Because my first class was White Mage, healer. My second class was for Heaven's Word was Machinist, which shotguns. My third class for Stormblood was Samurai. Because I wanted to be a gunbreaker, and then realized I couldn't be I could be a gunbreaker, but gunbreaker technically unlocked with Shadowbringers, so it felt like cheating. It felt weird, so I decided to be a samurai instead and put gunbreaker off. So now I'm a gunbreaker, and I already know what class I'm going to be next. I'm going to be a sage for Endwalker, which is a healer class, and I'm very excited to round it back up with the healer class. And then the two new classes for the next expansion got announced, and both of them sound, well, conceptually both seem neat. Not you. I'm not at liberty to discuss an ongoing investigation. I can say, however, that many Yellow Jackets believe heartless curs like Goldwheats deserve nothing less than death. He and his rogues have left only tragedy and despair in their wake. Mercy would be a waste. Oh no. Every time we've tried to, like, morally align ourselves here, well, it hasn't always blown up in our face, but it has blown up in our face more than the one time it should have. Again, asking... Is that fake mustache? If the rumors are true, the Flaming Mongols are involved in most of the money lending and extortion that goes on in this city. Goldreach was at the center of the web, overseeing every aspect of these clandestine activities. Now that he's finally found the decency to give himself up, I imagine that his former association would rather he kept quiet concerning their dealings. Oh, Confessions of a Flaming Mongol, because they're the flaming... What are they called? Yes, they're literally called the Flaming Mongols. I was just looking at Radovan because he's like a lion, and I thought it was... I don't want to say a slur, but... Did you hear anything useful? Yes, it's just as Yafutag said. Goldreed certainly has a lot of enemies on both sides of the law. Radovan, it's not too late to refuse. Think about what you're doing. Trust me, I have. Now, let's say no more on the matter. We have a job to do. Yeah, this seems morally good of us to make sure he testifies and, like, brings down a criminal syndicate. I'm not sure what's going on here. Also, hey, Toucans. I'm a little bit confused about any sort of moral problem we have here. Like, the guy's a piece of shit, but I think we can all agree that, like, ending some major extortion rings is good. It's not like he's getting off scot-free. He's still going to prison. If I had a nickel for every time you tried to morally align, I'd have 2 nickels. I try to morally align all the time. Remember when I yelled in the middle of Thanksgiving dinner about Jeff Bezos? I don't think that was Thanksgiving. But, alright. All set? Good. It's time to bring out the prisoner. I really should have checked my buns. Before. I haven't played this in like a month. I don't remember what my buns are, and I really hope it comes back to me quickly. I present Goldwheat, Scourge of Limsa. His life's in your hands now. Guard him well. Thank you kindly. Are you sure you've got the right man? Quite sure. Now, listen carefully. This is important. We've scoured the road ahead and we've spotted a group of unsavory figures laying in wait. The plan is to put them down and rush past before anyone realizes what's happened. Well, if that's how you'd prefer us to handle it, then very well. But we'll need someone to take the lead and cut through the ambush. Oh, that's me! I choose you for that role, Deca. Show me how far you've come as a gunbreaker. Can I get, like, a warm-up round for it? The rest of us will stay close to Goldwheat and fend off any that try to flank us. Futog, I'll give you my word that we'll get him to Limsa, even if I have to carry him there. So this is a decoy that they're planning to kill on purpose, right? We're depending on you, Deca. Once you've cleared a path, we'll be right behind you. We'll regroup at Ashan's embrace and assess the situation before moving on. This feels like a fake out. Like, I don't know, there's a couple different ways they could go with this. Cool. Is there a striking dummy anywhere around here by chance? I don't... Oh, well, down the road. It's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a new spell. Reduces damage taken by a party member or self by 15%. When targeting a party member while under the effect of Brutal Shell. Uh-oh. What is Brutal Shell? Is that Brutal Shell? No, that's Royal Guard. What is Brutal Shell? What is Brutal Shell? That one. Creates a barrier which nullifies damage equaling HP restored. Wait. Okay, so when I have the barrier up, if I press 6, I get a shield and a party member gets a shield. It feels kind of niche because there's not a lot of situations in which both me and a party member are taking damage. But neat. It's an optimization to work into my play. What are my ranged attacks again? Wait, this isn't my range. Oh, it is my range attack. Shit. Alright, kill them all. Should be easy. I can't see this going on. It's not like I have a complicated damage rotation. Blessed also that they're actually not doing that much damage to me. What is this again? Oh, that's my damage over time, and that's also my damage over time. Yes. Where? There. Okay. I just don't want these guys to mess with me. It does feel nice to one-shot. Oh. These random jackals. It's nice. See, even when I'm not supposed to do damage, I still technically am capable of it. Yeah, I do have a simple damage rotation. That's nice. What are these ones again? Increased damage dealt. That's important. Regen. That's important. That's my ultimate. Interject, which I will never use. And jump in. Honestly, having my jump in on Shift T and my ultimate on Shift R feels like a mistake. But when have I ever fat fingered? The brutal shell shield is so small. I guess it's a cure potency of 200. I don't know if that's 200 HP. Because I don't know how cure potency translates into HP healed. But, I mean, it makes sense the brutal shell shield is really tiny. It's on my main combo. If I got, like, a good shield every time I comboed, I'd be unkillable. And then when I use my ultimate. Pretty poor attempt at an ambush. Though the element of surprise, they're nothing. Yes, very impressive, but I'll save my thanks until we reach Limsa, if you don't mind. I bring bad news, I'm afraid. Those men weren't here to ambush you, they were only lookouts. The bulk of the enemy forces lie ahead. We'll take the prisoner to a safe hiding place until those rogues have been dealt with. What? Why wasn't I informed sooner? We only just received the information ourselves. I was to take the prisoner into custody, while you are to return to your post until further notice. As for the hirelings, their services are no longer required. So we all know this is obviously a rat. Now hold on a moment. Look, if you got a problem, take it up with Commodore Rainer. They're his orders, not mine. Alright, you made your point. Well, that's that, I suppose. Nevertheless, I'll see that you receive the full amount as agreed. It was a pleasure working with you. No, this is obvious. Who in God's name would ever trust this? God, they are incompetent. Something about this doesn't add up. Yeah, no shit! Surely it would make more sense for Futag to go with them. Besides, our agreement was to see Golwitz to Limsa, and that's exactly what I intend to do. You two, come with me. It looks like the shoe's on the other foot this time, so I can hardly refuse. Come on, before he does something we'll regret. Okay. I'm so happy to be playing Final Fantasy. So genuinely, worryingly excited. I have been reading through the Eorzean Encyclopedia. Slowly. Oh, I wonder if I need to check my mail. Theoretically, I believe I should be getting the third book at some point. But I have to check, because it was a Christmas gift. And I don't know what's going on with that. But I'll have to check my mail. If it's not my mail, then I will ask. I know, it only came out a couple days ago, so I don't know how that works. Anyway, Radovan, did you notice that the trap was an obvious trap? She took him inside. My guess is correct. There's no time to waste. I don't have to pretend like he's smart here, right? Like, wait, is this a bait? Like, is this actually real orders? Because if this is a fake out... Oh, you have it. Oh, we can book exchange. Stop this at once. Stay out of it, sellsword. My friend's dead because of this filth. He's got no right to live, so why would you protect him? Because I gave my word. There are better reasons than that. Though he may be beyond redemption, he acts not for his own sake, but for the good of others. His testimony will make Limsa a safer place. Okay. Now, lower your axe. Volume 3. That's it. It's a book I can't read until I finish this expansion and the next expansion, but I will read it. I think the 12 you got here when you did. It didn't take long for us to find out it was all a ruse, but by then she'd already bought enough time to carry out her plan. Luckily for us, the three of you weren't so easily duped. Of course, she's not the only Yellow Jacket to bear a grudge against Goldwheats, but I never thought any of us would go to such lengths. Fine bloody mess this is. While we may have been waylaid somewhat, our orders to escort Goldwheats still stand. Before we go, I want to thank you for all you've done. Truth is, I ain't got long to live. Even if I can escape having my head lopped off, this sickness will get me soon enough. You could have lived out your days as one of the leading figures in the underworld, rich and powerful. What made you turn yourself in? What a D&D player question. Since before I can remember, I've been cheating and killing to put food in my wicked belly and gill in me pocket. And I was good at it too. Worked me way to the top, but the top of what? Bunch of liars, swindlers, and murderers. When I found out I only have a few moons left, I realized Limsa is the way it is because of people like me. It ain't gotta be that way though, not if I say my piece. In that case, we best get you to Limsa, post haste. Aye, before I kick the bucket. Either way. Got jealous and got them for myself. I will say Volume 3 gets hot and heavy into the spoilers immediately. Yeah, I knew that. I did know that. I don't remember where Volume 2 stops off. I think Volume 2 is Shadowbringers and Stormblood and Shadowbringers. So I'm not that sad that I'm reading through it slowly because I need to finish this before I can read Volume 2 and then finish Endwalker before I can read Volume 3. But I'm very excited about them and they'll be nice little bonuses when I finish my expansions. Not the most direct route, but we got here in the end. All that remains is for Goldwheats to give his testimony. On the behalf of the Yellow Jackets, I offer my thanks. You've kept your word. Now it's my turn. Fare you well. Is that it? Is that the whole quest? Every city has its problems, this one more than most. It's high time we moved on. Seeing as we've been to Alamigo, Gridania, Ul'dah, and Limsa, that just leaves Ishgard. I don't exactly thrive in cold climates, though. Just get yourself a decent overcoat and you'll be fine. Well then, let's be off. I do like Sophie's outfits. I'm excited to see her Ishgard outfit. I probably could have done these off stream. Probably. Maybe. Possibly. Who knows? Probably. I know. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure Volume 2 is safe for you. That would be very shocking, because that would mean Volume 2 is only Stormblood. That can't be right. Alright, looks like it's Sophie's new outfit, and it is... It's fun. It's a nice coat. It's actually a very nice coat, but like, you know, there's no pizzazz. Yeah, it's pretty cute. I like the light blue. I'll admit, it's a fair bit colder than I was expecting. Not that it's anything to be concerned about. That's easy for you to say. Oops. You'll soon get used to it, I'm sure. Anyway, Dekka, it seems that issued, that instead of offering work via an adventurers guild, Ishgard's Temple Knights issued levies. Although there do not appear to be any clients in need of protection, it is only a matter of time before something comes our way. Until then, be sure not to let your skills, or your gunblade, grow rusty. You got it, Chief. Anyway. We Hrothgar are quite used to snow and ice, so we sometimes forget the problems it poses for other races. This morning, a homeless hero lad was found lying stone cold in the street. When they came to carry him away, he was frozen solid, like a statue. The poor thing can't have been more than 20 summers old. We asked the Temple Knights if there was something we could do, and we were told that they had the perfect assignment for us. Our client this time is Rhys of Garland Ironworks. Their founder, Sid Garland, is one of the few Garlands to have turned his back on the Empire, and is a hero to many living under their rule. I wonder if I might have the honor of meeting him in person. At any rate, we must first head to the Sky Steel Manufactory. I know, Sid. Do they not know who I am? Questions for later. Now? Maybe? I don't know. It's been a minute since I popped back in here, though. What's up, Stavanian? You mildly pompous man? I can figure out how those job quests go later. Okay, well, I got here eventually. Hey, Rhys. I wonder if Rhys recognizes me. Probably not. Good evening. I take it you're the bodyguard sent by the Temple Knights? There's something I'd like you to protect. A recently defected Garlean engineer, as it happens. I'll not bore you with the details, but he is to oversee the installation of a ceruleum heating system. We're hoping it would avert tragedies like the one that recently occurred in the boom. Yes, we saw the body being carried away. A terrible sight it was. If this engineer friend of yours needs safe passage here, we'd be glad to help. Unfortunately, the Empire does not take kindly to desertion, especially when the man in question is one of its most highly esteemed scientists. We've received word that a group known as the Aladay have been dispatched to see that he never reaches Ishgard. Gods be good. I've heard of them. Prisoners offered a opportunity to reduce their sentences through loyal service to Garlemald. By all accounts, they fight like men possessed, desperate to earn their freedom. Worst of all, they're led by Vitus Quo-Messala, a man whose cruelty knows no bounds. As a soldier, he reached the rank of Pilus Prior, but was relegated after butchering a village of innocent civilians purely to sate his own bloodlust. Even his fellow Garleans were disgusted by these barbaric acts, yet that did not to damage his reputation as a skilled warrior equal to Gaius von Balzar himself. During my imprisonment, Vitus Quo-Messala came to enlist me. I told him I'd sooner rot in jail than serve under a rabid dog like him. As you can imagine, he was far from pleased with my refusal, and tried to persuade me, using my Magitech collar to administer countless electric shocks. I'll never forget the look in his eyes as he pushed that button over and over. Is the game a little loud? It looks a little loud. Which sounds weird out of context, but I'm just looking at my audio levels. Of course, not everyone is as resilient as Radovan. Many who fight for the Alaudae do so against their will, though they are no less deadly for it. By the Fury, if I'd known the dangers involved, I'd call the whole thing off. It's too late now, though. The airship is already on its way to Korthus. It should be arriving at the observatorium. Sadly, we couldn't gain permission to have an Imperial craft dock in the city for matters of security. From the rendezvous point, we'll proceed the rest of the way on foot. Once we're safely inside the gate's judgment, we could consider the mission a success. Your friend is risking his life for the sake of others. Rhys, I give my word that he will reach Ishgard safely. Listen, Sophie. You know as well as I do that the Alaudae are as ruthless as they are tenacious. For that reason, I want you to stay behind. You think you can take them on without me there to heal you? Don't get me wrong. I'm grateful to have you by my side. But against foes like that, Dekka and I will struggle to protect you and the engineer. Protect me? Look, Radovan, we protect each other, remember? Or perhaps you see me as nothing but a burden. Fine, have it your way. Tanks. not to rush you or anything, just a dude watching a marital spat, just like, a man's about to die. We should get going. I'll meet you at the airship landing at the top of the tower. Before we leave, there's something I'd like to make clear. I didn't mean what I said to Sophie. I think she's an excellent conjurer and more than capable of taking care of herself. But this is a Vitus Chromacella we're dealing with. A monster who delights in toying with his prey. I can't let her face that kind of danger. You see, Sophie and I have been inseparable ever since we escaped our Garlean captors. When I discovered what had befallen my family, I came close to taking my own life. And I might have gone through with it if Sophie hadn't stopped me. What a fantastic thing to hear about after the point! She lost loved ones too, but has never given up hope. Sophie helped me realize there's a place in this world for me. In fact, it was her idea that I became a bodyguard. Can I call this like D&D storytelling? Like, I have a point when I say that. When I say D&D storytelling, I mean a player character thought up such a cool backstory that they like have to talk about it somewhere. So given the opportunity, they just monologue their whole tragic backstory for the benefit of everyone involved, except for people who maybe want to have an interesting story. It's been all the quests, really. In fact, it was her idea that I became a bodyguard. Although no one will ever replace the family I lost. She helped fill that void in my life and gave me a reason to carry on. If she were in now, she would tell me to stop being such a sentimental fool, or words to that effect. Anyway, the sooner we finish this assignment, the sooner I can get back here and apologize to her. Oh, he's dead! Oh, he's dead! Oh, his ass is dead. He just said he was 2 days away from the retirement. This man is gone. Gone or captured. We'll see which one. Gone would be more interesting, but I suspect that they'll just make him captured. I find myself rooting for death a lot more for some reason in stories recently. I don't know what it is, but I guess maybe just like, you know, I was going to say pulling the trigger, but I guess I should pick a better metaphor. You know, ending someone's story with finality is more interesting to me than a lot of storytelling beats that people use to like keep all the characters alive. It keeps the drama up. It means like, oh, shit can actually happen, as opposed to like, oh yes, of course the good guy will win. They're the good guy. Now that you're here, allow me to introduce the man you will be escorting. It's Sid Garland. Katonan Mamula, at your service. Or should that be Kato Mamula now that I'm in Ishgard? Mamula. Is something the matter? No, it's nothing. Well then, shall we begin? Yep, this guy did torture. Are you going to explain it all to me? No, he's actually going to keep his mouth shut. There's intrigue. Something is up. We don't know what, but we can guess. Why do I have a blue quest here? Oh, levies. Where am I going? Oh, fuck. Wait, where am I going, actually? Oh. Maybe I shouldn't have slacked. Does he have a gun? Ah, he's a machinist. Oh, sorry. The holiday knew we were coming. Hell's bells. They must have seen that airship from miles away. I'll stay with the engineer. You go on ahead and draw them out. We'll rendezvous at the camp to the north. Yeah, I'll act as a distraction. We love when some things are fooped. A fooped. That's a fun word. A fooped. What's going on? I don't know, but something is a fooped. I promise. I promise I'll get to the bottom of it. I'll figure out what's really happening here. I'm gonna kill him. Nice and easy. It is at least nice to get these relatively easy quests, so I don't have to worry about I should probably use this, shouldn't I? Because this is a shield. What's the recast? It's only 25 seconds. That is not that long. So I guess I need to get used to hitting it. But do I really... Do I move it somewhere? Where do I move it to? I'm just gonna hit it here for the sake of remembering that it exists. Oh, I didn't actually hit it at the right time. It's fine. Also, I don't actually need to hit it after my 2. That's just an optimization, and that's only like I would need to hit my 2, target a party member, and then hit 6, which is very. I guess it's not that bad. F1, 2, 3, 4 to swap between party members, right? Where am I going? Where am I going? Where? Oh, okay. It's alright. I'm just a little bit silly. Give him a moment. Give him a bit of time. Some of the holidays stayed in their hiding places until you passed. One of them got to Reese. He's hurt, but it could have been a lot worse. I'm sorry, they caught me by surprise. We've made it this far, but Vitus is still out there. It's just a taste of what the holiday you have in store for us. Our best option is to avoid confrontation altogether. Mamula and I will sneak past them while you and Reese stay behind. The two of us stand a better chance than a group of 4. No, we should definitely stick together. I know how you feel, but sometimes discretion is the better part of valor. You see the sense in this, don't you? No? Feels like a good way to get yourself captured. We'll meet back at Ishgard. You're a tank! You are... The ground shakes with every footstep. My colleagues will contact me via link pearl once Master Mamula has arrived in Ishgard. In the meantime, we should lie low. We don't want to alert the holiday to our presence any more than we already have. Oh, and I'd better get these wounds looked at. And I guess I just stood here the whole time. Thank goodness you're alright. You've been gone so long I came looking for you. With a few nasty characters on the way here, but I soon sent them packing. Wait, where's Radovan? And that engineer you're supposed to be escorting? Where did this come from? This is new. Katana Mamula? If the two of them are together, then Radovan never talks to anyone about it, but he came from a place called Boja Citadel. It was utterly destroyed in a Garland experiment gone wrong. In charge of the project were Midas Non Garland and his right-hand man, Katonan Mamula. Radovan's opposition to Boja being used as a testing ground for potentially dangerous Logitech led to his imprisonment, and his fears were proved correct when the city was obliterated. There's a strong chance that he's planning to enact his revenge. No. We have to stop him. They headed west towards Eastgard, yes? We should be able to follow their tracks. There's no time to lose. I'd be a little bit... Honestly, I would find this more interesting if it was a fake out. If he actually was like... Oh, they went way past Ishgard. Yes, something weird is happening here. If I have to talk Radovon down, or if he does a murder, it'll be less interesting on him as a character. Because he doesn't have a character yet. His whole character has basically been like, oh, it's for the greater good, we must protect people. And like him, I guess it's... I'm not really interested in seeing him question that. But there's a lot of ground there. Especially with the stuff that came at the end of Stormblood. Similar things of like the greater good versus like righteous judgment. I'm curious. We'll see how they deal with it. There's a lot of room here to see what they're gonna do. Is it just gonna be Radovon has gone to the dark side or something? Oh, is me doubting him going to lead to them getting caught? They are walking the wrong way. Is this bespoke animation? No, why am I on a 45-degree angle? What the fuck? This is weirdly high animation. Like, it's not high animation quality, but it feels... Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. For my homeland. For my family. Pasha. Dekka? Uh-oh. Stay back. This fiend robbed me of everything I hold dear. Don't deny me my vengeance. You swore to protect him. Oh no. Ooh, the lighting changed. I will not beg your forgiveness. Have I asked that you hear my final words? Midas and I knew there were risks involved with the experiment, but we did not foresee it could fail so catastrophically. I have lived with unending, agonizing guilt ever since. From that day forth, I have sought redemption. A chance to somehow right the wrongs I've committed. And that is why I asked Midas' son, Sid, to aid in my defection from Garlemald, that my knowledge and expertise may be put to good use. But I always knew that the sins of my past would return to haunt me. I submit myself to your judgment. Yeah, remember Goldreach. Which is kind of an interesting reflection on this. This is bespoke animation, isn't it? What have I become? My honor as a gunbreaker. As a man, I've thrown it all away. For a second, I thought he was going to stab himself. You are the last of us now. I'm definitely not honorable. Also, is this where I get stabbed in the back or something? Oh, hey, it's that guy. You want us to kill him now, sir? No. The old goat can wait. It's the prowling lion I want. Yes, your head will make a fine trophy. Oh my god! I like to imagine they just like dropped phone like, oh shit. I just see a cloud of snow rise up and I'm like, weird. Must have been a duck. Is Mamula alright? And where's Radovan? Wandered off, but we still got a job to do. I dread to think what might have happened if you hadn't stopped him. Come on, Deka. With or without Radovan, we still got a job to do. You just said that. Let's get Mamula to Ishgard. I think I pronounce this guy's name differently every single time. Yeah, we're trying to get through the Gunbreaker quest real quick. After the trouble you had reaching Camp Dragonhead, I'm pleasantly surprised that the holiday kept away for us for the remainder of the journey. Yes, fortunate indeed. All's well that ends well, as the saying goes. One thing still troubles me, though. If that Vitus Comicella is as ruthless as you say, I doubt the walls of Ishgard will deter him from pursuing his target. As such, Master Mamula will be closely guarded until we can be certain it's safe. Yes, it would be a shame if I were kept from fulfilling my obligations. I hope that the next time we meet, I shall have glad tidings to share. Go away. Thank you. We managed to get Mamula here unharmed, but in doing so, we've lost sight of Radovan. He could be anywhere by now, but we've been through too much for me to turn my back on him now. If he decides to get his act together, he knows where to find me. Until then, we'd better be on the lookout for the holiday. I doubt we've seen the last of them. Okay, this is the level 70 quest, right? Yep, this is it. We just need to do this, and then we are on to Shadowbringers. For better or worse, the holiday are nowhere to be seen. Reese and the others seem to think they've abandoned their mission and gone back to Garlemald, which I highly doubt. For them, failure simply isn't an option. But what I want to know is, where's Radovan? I have a good mind to pack up and leave him here. Or at least find somewhere warmer to wait for him. If there's one thing I can't bear, it's standing about doing nothing, especially knowing somewhere as bitterly cold as this. I know. Let's go and ask the Temple Knights if they have any work for us. Am I gonna have to add a rule? A rule? Never been able to pronounce my R's, have I? Am I going to have to add a rule? I can't say rule. I can't say rule. Am I going to have to add a rule about being funnier than me in the chat? Because I thought don't fuck up really covered everything. And yet, here we are. I do like the fact that Ishgard is still like a shambling mess, even, well, I guess not that much time has passed in the universe. Should probably figure out that timeline at some point. What took you so long? I've already been and spoken to them. Anyway, there's a client looking for protection, but they wish to remain anonymous. We're supposed to meet them in a place called Twin Pools, which is in Western Corthus, apparently. Seeing as we have nothing better to do, we might as well go and find out what they want. Should pass the time until Radovan comes back, if nothing else. These quests have not been very long, so I'm... Where am I going? Is there a closer teleport than... No, that. That would be closer. That's the official ruling. Okay, I said making a rule about being funnier than me, but I'm glad to see that we're not doing it again. Let's take a peek about. Oh man, I do have to worry about the VOD because I don't want to upload my first Shadowbringers VOD and have it the first hour of it just be Gunbreaker quest, which I'm actively shitting on. I also really don't want to download this VOD, and I'll just... It's a little bit of a cheat, but like, I'm lazy. And then I don't have to worry about... I actually haven't uploaded my VODs in like a month. I've been pretty lazy about it. Which shouldn't matter, but like, it's not even hard to upload a VOD. It's like 2 minutes. It's clicking 3 buttons and changing some names. It's just like, I'm lazy about it. Right. Well, you're not Radovon, but are you the other guy? Probably. Wait, it's weird that this is item level locked to 395 when I'm in the upgraded level 400 gear. Like, that's a high item level. Jesus. My prayers have been answered. I was beginning to think the Temple Knights had forgotten about me. I do hope you will forgive me my need for secrecy. The nature of my request is very sensitive, you see. Now, if you'd be so kind as to follow me. Damn, without Radovon here, who's going to point out how obvious of a trap this is? This is like a step up in cutscene quality, though. Oh, yeah, that. I can't break free. Damn, those were some bulky ropes. Wiggle all you want, little fly. Nothing escapes my web. We fell for the oldest trick in the book. Ah, but 'twould be a shame for you to die without knowing the name of the spider who ensnared you. I am Vitus Comacella, commander of the Holiday. When we came to collect that old goat who had strayed from the herd, I never expected to find a prowling lion. Or should I say, warrior of light? There are many in Garlemald who would be delighted were I to present your corpse. I assume that's supposed to be corpse. And I doubt that restoring me to Pilus Prior will suffice. No, Legatus would be far more fitting. Vitus Van Masala has such a wonderful ring to it. Yes, so close I can almost taste it. Your tale ends here. That was not very menacing, I apologize, but I'm not doing another ride. Oh cool, it was actually the Gunbreaker attack. Radovon, where the bloody hells have you been? Tracking the Holiday. That's how I knew they'd come after you, Deca. Yeah, thanks for the warning, bud. Prisoner 1441, if I'm not mistaken. First you refuse my kind offer, then you have the audacity to escape. And now this. Whatever am I to do with you? Whatever I am to do with you. You're not the only one with a few tricks up his sleeve, Vitus. The fuck? Oh, the shock collars. When we first encountered the Holiday, I noticed the collars they were wearing. I had one myself not so long ago. This must be your way of maintaining discipline. I took one of them to Mamula, who engineered a device similar to yours. How ironic that the very collars you are so fond of could be turned against you. Damn, I want that sword! Worthless dogs. Of course! I never needed the Holiday or those Magitech traps to slay the likes of you. But I prefer to leave nothing to chance. No matter, we will just have to sell this the old-fashioned way. Speaking of which, where did you find those antiques? If you think they can compare to a Garlean gunblade, you are wrong. Very wrong. As much as I wish to fight him alone, there's much more at stake here than my pride. We must rid the world of this beast once and for all. Deca, Sophie, follow my lead. Do I have an Allegan gunblade? I didn't register that before. It's fine. Alright, well, time to make sure I don't fuck up. Hey, why don't you follow? Oh, why don't you follow? Why don't you Let's go. Follow my lead. Got him. Got there in the end. Oh, I forgot to hit my buff. Well, this will be nice to really remember all my buns at least. Fuck, I forgot what buns hit. Oh shit. No, I wasn't ready. Oh, I'm dead, aren't I? Sophie, can you not stand in that one super obvious spot? Oh, should I be buffed so that I'm naturally taking the... Oh, cool. They're doing the thing where, oh no, he wins. Oh, he's using his limit break. That's cute. Do I have limit break on my bar? I should probably put limit break on my bar. Oh, bye guys. Limit break, limit break, limit break. Limit break. There we go. Sorry, what's going on? Yes, I'm a true gun breaker. Everyone's very proud of me. Thank you for pausing so that I could get all my shit back. I'm sure that was a very dramatic cutscene. Oop. I'm fine. It's a good thing this explosion is shaped or whatever. It's a bit of a, you know, weird upgrade to grab on the old Terran tech tree. But, you know, I respect it. Oh, that's me, isn't it? Fuck, I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't paying attention, I get hit for it. Nope, I'm fine. God, remember that one samurai quest on the boat that was actually hard enough to, like, kill me, like, twice over? Are those things targeting me, or... Oh, they are targeting me. Oh, did I get hit? I must have mispositioned myself. Why do you not your true purpose? What the fuck does that mean? My true purpose to, like, die or some bullshit? What does that even mean? Yes, the one thing I want to do in my life. Die in a ditch. Man, this is a weird season of, Loki. Whatever. Alright, he's dead. Well, he's not dead yet, but he will be in a second. Nice. I swear to God, if he gets back up in a cutscene, I'm... I never thought I'd live to see the day that Vitus Comicella met his match. You are a much better gunbreaker than I ever was. And for what it's worth, I'm sorry for all the trouble I put you both through. You're sorry? I should bloody well hope so too, you great oaf. What were you thinking, threatening Mamula like that? Not to mention leaving us to escort him to Ishgard. When Dekka found me and Mamula, I noticed that the Alade watching us from a nearby cliff top. I thought it was strange that they passed up an opportunity to attack us, so I made it appear as though I abandoned you and start following them in secret. I discovered that their primary target was now the Warrior of Light, not Kato Mamula. The scouts saw you on their way to Camp Dragonhead and reported it to Vitus, who then called off the ambush to see for himself if the information was valid. Powerful as he was, he would never show his hand unless he was certain of victory, so he waited to make his move. One thing I did know for certain is that even if the three of us fought together, we wouldn't stand a chance against the full might of the Alade. That's when I decided to consult our fugitive engineer. We talked into the early hours of the morning until we reached an understanding, and he agreed to construct the Magitech control device. In order for the plan to work, I would have to remain hidden until the very last moment, even from the two of you. But I thought you needed time alone to think about what you'd done. The remorse I felt for dishonoring myself was no act. When I realized Mamula's identity, I wanted to confront him about Baja, but I needed to get him away from you and Reese. I never had any intention of killing him. All I wanted was for him to admit to his crimes. But it still gave me a sick sense of satisfaction to see him on his knees, defeated. That's when I knew I'd betrayed the ideals of the Gunbreaker, that I'd abandoned my honor. I want to thank you for guiding me back to the true path. So everything was planned, and this character is brilliant and smart in every way, but he still feels... Is this a D&D character that someone put into Final Fantasy? With Vitus gone, any remaining members of the Alade are free of his control and are likely to be treated as fugitives running from the Empire. In any case, I think it's safe for Mamula to come out of hiding now. Plus, ether is like 90% explosions and also everything else. That doesn't make sense to me as a sentence because explosions aren't like a thing. All explosions are is like shockwave plus heat. So yes, ether is heat. Oh my god, are we not done yet? Free me. This is not the tone I want to go into Shadowbringers with. I'm definitely going to literally click stop and then click start. This is going to be the last Stormblood VOD, and it's going out with a bang. Ether is many things, including heat. Oh ho ho. Oh, wait. Look, ether is basically everything. It's not everything. I can think of something that isn't ether. Void scent. Do not put smiley faces in the chat. I know. Well, I don't know yet, but I'll figure it out in the next 2 expansions. Allow me to express my gratitude for vanquishing the Alade, which I understand was due in no small part of Radovan's marvelous idea involving the Magitech collars. I am glad to hear the device I cobbled together functioned as intended. Yes, we couldn't have done it without your help. Vice alone pushed the three of us to our limits. Had the Alade joined the fight, things would have ended very differently. We owe you our lives. How much of the Encyclopedia Eors have you read? About the first half. Basically, the history of the world, the 7 ages, which was the most interesting part to me, And then it got into the city-states, and I read, like, the summary of each city-states, but I skipped over all the, like, pages that were just like, and there's this area called Camp Dragonhead. Here's a paragraph of text explaining a random fact about the area rather than anything interesting. I believe I've read the part covering the... I don't remember the part covering the void, but I'm sure I have. I don't know. The particulars don't really matter to me right now. All things considered, it was the least I could do. A remarkably simple matter, in fact, compared to my next endeavor, the installation of Ishgard's ceruleum heating system. While I may never be able to adequately repay the kindness I've been shown, I must begin somewhere. Until we meet again. So you know the truth of the Void's creation, yes? Oh, I never did the Heavensward trials. Ah, shit. Dekka, since I first met you, I knew you had the potential to become a gunbreaker. As the only one of my clan to escape the destruction of Bajra's citadel, I thought the Gunblade would die with me. Now that I passed all that I know to you, my successor, I feel that there is little for you to gain from taking on assignments with us. Yes, we can hardly expect the Warrior of Light to spend valuable time assisting us with our money-making schemes. Before we part ways, however, there's one last place I would like to visit with you. I hear that a great many adventurers who hope to make a name for themselves head to Revenant's Toll. I imagine there'll be plenty to keep us busy. But more than anything, I am hoping to find others to whom I can impart the teachings of my clan. Once people see you with your gunblade strapped to your back, I'm sure it'll pique their curiosity. So, will you come with us? Oh, they want me to be a marketing tool. How sweet. Oh, thank God. At least they're not going to make me teleport. How much have I missed? You missed nothing, Bryce. We're wrapping up the Gunbreaker questline. I must confess, we would have struggled to find this place without you. Yes, when I first heard about a remote settlement populated almost entirely by adventurers and the like, I was expecting it to be a lot more lawless and chaotic. Night fights over card games, that sort of thing. What a pleasant surprise it turned out to be. With a little luck, I'll find candidates to train as gunbreakers. Although it goes against the traditions of my clan to teach outsiders, meeting you has proved to me that we were being overly cautious. You see, the gunblade is forged for one purpose, to protect. I've been doing a lot of exploding, man. We fear that its techniques would fall into the hands of those who seek to oppress and conquer, such as the Garleans and the Alligans before them. Wait, then how was that guy a gunbreaker? Ignoring that. Centuries of being beset by enemies on all sides taught us to fear and mistrust those not of our clan. That is why we kept our art such a closely guarded secret. But when you came to our rescue that day, you acted without thought for your own safety to aid those in need. This is the true essence of the gunbreaker. You have your own ideals to protect, your own promises to keep. Go forth, Dekka, and follow your path, wherever it may lead. Neat! There we go. Now we can start Shadowbringers. Was the quote, why Gunblade when you can gun club? I just want that to fall out of my hand. Wait, roll quest? Also, Shadowbringers. So I have to finish Shadowbringers before I get another thing, which is nice. Oh yeah, I have to watch Shadowbringers trailer, don't I? Shit, that's right. Well, I'll figure out more about roll quests soon, TM. What is this? Gnashing Fang may be followed by Jungular Rip. Savage Claw may be followed by Abdomen Tear. What the fuck is this? Is there a training dummy somewhere around there? There has to be a training dummy somewhere around here, right? God damn it. Where's the nearest training dummy? Someone... Bice, you put, like, 7,000 hours in this game. How the fuck do I know where the trading dummies are? The only trading dummy I know of is an Ishgard. I have no idea how to find them. Northern Thailand and Corthus. Jesus Christ. I have to know how this works. Fuck. Also, Jesus Christ. So let's just compare real quick. This is Gunbreaker. These are all the buns I have in Gunbreaker. Samurai. Look how many buns I have. Less. Or am I just used to... No, hang on. Up through row number 6, it's full, plus Gunbreaker. It's the exact same, actually. I lied. It just feels like a lot. Jesus Christ. Buy a house and put one in your yard. Fuck. Alright. Okay, so I need to figure out where to put my buttons. This I'm going to be mashing. I guess I can put this like here and put this up here. That feels bad, but I don't know where else to put it. Maybe I can move my ultimate to control 4. Because it's not like I'm going to have to hit it very often. That kind of makes sense to me. It's an oh shit button. Having it on that button. Now I can't hit it accidentally. So I can have that on Shift R. Okay, continuation is on literally my mouse. It's on the easiest possible spot for me to hit. I guess I'll learn more about it when I start the next main scenario quest. But in order to do that, we need to watch the trailer for Shadowbringers. And in order to do that, I need to click a button twice. I've accidentally quit out of Final Fantasy, but it works out for me. Hi, Jesse. Hey, do y'all want to, do y'all want to see what I'm going to do in order to make it so that I don't have to download the VOD and edit it to cut between the Gunbreakers and Shadowbringers? Well,